Hi guys, welcome back to Balls Fan TV, and today we're back with another video doing the match reaction to last night's 3-0 win against Shelbourne in Tolka Park. Great way to respond after a disappointing couple of weeks. We came into this game off back-to-back defeats, and we're really looking for a response here. And we spoke about how there is that bit of concern with how inconsistent we've been for not just this season but beyond that. How once we hit poor runs of form, it normally takes us a little bit of time to get out of it, but thankfully that wasn't the case last night, and we put in a really good performance, really dominant throughout, especially in the first half when we were playing some really good football. In the second half, done really well to see the game out then, and it was just a really good night all round, and obviously we made an unbelievable start to the game. Once again, we showed that we can start games really well, really fast, and we did that in some fashion. The ball goes up and Shels don't deal with it properly. They failed to clear their lines a couple of times, and the ball falls to Harry Vaughan, who does really well. Nice little touch, and he just unleashes an unbelievable strike from outside the box over Spiel, and after 27 seconds we're in front, and with a goal like that, you're just in shock really. 27 seconds in and you see a goal like that and you're 1-0 up, and it was just an incredible way to start the game. And from that point on then for the rest of the half, and in the moments after we went 1-0 up, we were totally in control, really good, really moving the ball very well. Looked a real danger every time we got forward. Strahd was doing really well. He was really energetic as always, and was looking to make things happen. And Dawson and Flores, I thought were both brilliant in the midfield. They were winning the ball back and looking to get us forward, and we were playing really well. And we get our second goal, then we win the free kick and the ball goes in. Flores heads it across the box, and Colin Whelan's there to head home, and things just kept getting better for us. And we got our second goal that we really did deserve. And yeah, it was just an absolutely excellent first half, and it was just really important then that we kept it up, of course. So, there was that bit of concern with the last few weeks in terms of how well we start games, and the fact that we aren't able to keep them up has been the our downfall at times this season. And there was that bit of a concern that can we keep this up in the second half. And we knew Shels were going to have to go for it. They made a couple of changes. They brought on Sean Boyd and Freud, so they didn't start with a striker initially. So they bring on two at half time, and we knew they were going to try and go for it. And in the second half they did have a bit more possession. They were trying to find a way back into the game. They had a goal chalked off very early on in the second half, and we knew they were going to come out and go for it. And like I said, they did have a bit more possession in the second half, but not once did they really look like scoring. Even with two strikers up top, they went a bit more direct and tried to cause us problems that way. But I thought the whole back four were absolutely brilliant. Going back to that back four that worked really well for us at the start of the season. Mullen, Hickey, Todd, Power. In the second half of times, Hickey and Todd were throwing themselves in front of things. Hickey made an unbelievable block from a shot from Sean Boyd, and there was another moment as well in the second half where he does really well to win a free kick, winning a foot race against Sean Boyd and shouldering him out of the way and getting the ball and winning a free kick. I thought he was arguably our man of the match last night. I thought he was absolutely brilliant, Pat Hickey. But defensively, especially in the second half, I thought we were absolutely brilliant. We limited them to no shots on target, and we were still offering that threat on the counter-attack as well. And obviously we do end up getting our third. Adam McDonald running forward with the ball, gets fouled, but the referee plays a vantage wheel and then picks out Ross Tierney, who slots it home and adds our third, and really puts the game to bed then. And yeah, that was the game done and dusted then. And obviously we had the Sean Boyd second yellow then not long after to really put the icing on the cake. So yeah, it was an absolutely brilliant night all around. A great way to respond from a couple of really disappointing results, to suffer back-to-back defeats. And like we said at the start of the video, we know that when we hit poor runs of form, we don't tend to come out with them that quickly, but to kind of put that question to bed a little bit now, was really good, and it was just really positive to go away in a Dublin derby and put in a performance that dominant, especially in the first half. Some of the football we were playing was unbelievable, and in the second half then to be able to see the game out so well and still be able to offer that threat going forward then to at the third. It was just a really, really brilliant night at the office all round. Defensively, we look back to our best going forward then to score 3 goals, and for Harry Vaughan then to continue his great run of form. And look, let's just hope that we were fighting really hard now to get him done and dusted on a permanent deal, because if he can keep producing moments like that for us, then it'll be well worth the wages. It's just really important now that we're able to back this up at another Dublin derby on Friday against St. Pat's. We don't want to let a really good night's work last night go to waste and go back to the way we were against Derry or Dundalk, where we're just really soft and look out of ideas. But results like last night just prove the Jekyll and Hyde nature of this league. Only a couple of weeks ago we were off the back of a 4-1 defeat against Derry and Shells, were off the back of a really good home win against Shamrock Rovers, and now we're the ones feeling absolutely on top of the world when obviously they're feeling very, very negative at the minute. But that's just the way the league is. It's extremely up and down, and thankfully last night we were able to rewrite the wrongs of the last couple of weeks and get ourselves a really, really good win. So that's where I'll end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you thought about the game, and I'll see you for the preview for the Pats game on Thursday. Bye bye.